This is a 1933 steel-bodied street rod. It's an awesome 33 Chevy powered by a built 350 Chevy with a 471 blower, 4-barrel carburetor, all chromed out under the hood, serpentine belt system. It's got an Excel Super Coil in it, ice cold vintage air conditioning, power steering, 4-wheel disc brakes. It does have a independent rear suspension with a 355 posi rear end. It's got American Racing rims, BFG tires all the way around. Just a fantastic looking street rod. This is an older build. It is a steel-bodied car with fiberglass fenders on it. It's pearl yellow. All the chrome as far as the bumpers, the headlights, the shocks, the front suspension was chromed. If you go to our website, coyoteclassics.com, you're going to see the undercarriage is absolutely amazingly done on this 1933 Chevy street rod. The shocks and stuff are all chrome, just beautiful underneath. Very, very solid car, very well built. If we go onto the grill, you can see that there is some little paint chips and stuff around the grill. Same thing around the emblem here. Like I said, it's an older restoration, so it does have a few paint chips, but just a super, super nice car that you can still take to any classic car show and be super proud of it. It does have tinted glass, turn signals here, and they all work. It's another thing that's cool about this car. Pretty much everything works on it. As far as all the flappers and stuff, they're all chrome. Fenders are in beautiful shape. No rust, no issues, no bubbling, nothing like that in the body here. We do have a little bit of a paint crack right here at the back of the body, right above the mold, or the rubber seal. It's got all the correct seals and stuff. They've all been painted. The fender to body seals. Your brake lights, it's got the blue dots in it. Nice dual exhaust. Bumpers are excellent. Rear tail panel's nice. As we open inside the trunk's all done beautifully. Does have the third brake light. The antenna's right here. But as we go around the seam and stuff on the roof, a lot of times it's you'll see a bunch of cracks, stuff like that in the roof. I don't see any issues on that roof whatsoever. They did a beautiful job with the roof. They took all the wood out of it around the doors, put all metal and stuff, and replaced all the wood with metal. So our door jambs and stuff are still really nice. There's our 33 Chevy model and serial number and all that kind of stuff. VIN and everything's right there. When they chromed everything underneath and all the bumpers and stuff, they re-chromed all of the inside molding. So the inside trim is beautiful on it. It's got all custom door panels, but the door panels and everything match the Recaro seats. The seats are super comfortable. The headliner, I mean, everything is done very, very professionally. It's just it was done years ago. B&M shifter, sort Warner gauges in it, AM/FM radio, the gas gauge, temp gauge, tachometer works, speedometer works, oil pressure gauge works, clock even works in it. Vintage air and heat works. It does have tilt wheel, emergency brake, and B&M shifter. Carpet's nice, matches the trunk and everything. As far as we come down here, we do have a few little cracks and stuff like that in the paint on the bottom edge here. It does have a crack there. Corner of the metal on the door is good. Door shut nice, lines up nicely. Very, very straight paint. I mean, if you look at the body and stuff, it's just super, super cool car. got a couple little chips right here, paint chips, and a little scuff. So it's got some little tiny paint issues here and there, but like I said, in general, it's just a super solid, great looking car. Our lower cowl and doors and in front of the rear quarters, all that on both sides, super solid. There's no bubbles or blisters, no issues there whatsoever. A couple little paint chips down on this lower fender that have been touched up. Got a couple little paint cracks right around the door handle there. Same thing, both here where they right along this edge here, we got a hairline crack along the inside of the bottom of this door. And that is just showing on the inside. Again, all the chrome is all new around this window, around all the windows, guys. All that metal trim was all chromed. Looks beautiful. Dome light works. Brass handles on it. Really easy to get in and out of. I'm 6'3". It's got tons of leg room. Most of these street rods do not have a lot of leg room. This has got tons of leg room. It does have tilt wheel, which is great. I think it even has cruise control, guys. Pretty sure it has cruise too. It's got a horn button, tack works, oil pressure gauge, amp gauge, everything works. It's got a vacuum gauge up here. It's got a turbo gauge for the blower. Wiper works. All the lights, third brake light, all that kind of stuff works. It's got a rear view mirror. I mean, this car, I would not be afraid to jump in and drive this car anywhere. And with that vintage air, I mean, all year round. Really comfortable seats, tons of leg room, a lot of headroom. So, I mean, I've got probably 4 inches from the top of my head to the top of the roof here. So, this street rod will fit anybody, any size. It's got good acceleration. All the shocks are not only chrome, they're all in great shape. It's got a wonderful ride to it. Previous owner went through and put a new rack and pinion in it in the front. He went through and did all the disc brakes, and the brakes are all done on it. All the bearings are done in the rear wheel bearings. Everything was all been packed. So I mean, this car is ready to go. It's got good acceleration. Brakes obviously stop perfectly straight. Kickdown works good on the tranny. And this street rod really scoots down the road. Nice and quiet inside too. Jump right up to 70 mile an hour, handles the road great, doesn't need an alignment. Picks up speed nicely. All the gauges are working, clock works. Just a nice jump in and go street rod. Something you can be very proud of.